All right. Thanks for being on the call. Tonight is a Q&A, so here we go. I know, Paula, you asked about the Ultimate Portion Fix. So there are a lot of different package options. You had asked what, I don't know if you were referring to what exactly to get or what you need to know prior to purchasing.
Okay, so I already get Shakeology, and I already have Beachbody on Demand, and I already get the Recover and the Energize as well. So I do want to get the containers though, and I do want to get certified. I did go to college for nutrition, but I haven't been in college since 2010. So I definitely need this refresher course. So I think it's like the $140 package.
Yes, that's the one that I did. I think that's one Kim did also. Because I didn't want to mess with my dates of shipping of all my things that I already get. And I added on Fruit Punch Energize because I just wanted more of it. So that's perfect. Then you'll get certified. It's a pretty good deal. You get certified, you get the cookbook, you get the containers, you get the videos that will live for a lifetime on BOD. And you get access to Autumn's Master Trainer group. So it's going to be pretty rad. And so if you just ordered today, I bet by tomorrow, I would guess, just based on the timing of mine, you'll get the email from Beachbody with the link to join Autumn's group. And then you just click to join. It'll ask you to put in your coach ID and order number and things like that. And then away you go. And I'll be honest, I debated about whether or not to get the certification. But at the end of the day, I look at it like, is this going to be a return on my investment? And I think absolutely yes, because there's a bunch of other coaches out there getting certified, and I want to be able to say, I'm certified in this, set myself apart, be more of an expert in it. And to be honest, nutrition is where I struggle. So I didn't get certified in 2B. I think that this is what personally I need to be doing for myself and for my business. So I'm proud of you for getting the certification also. And I chose to wait. I don't have my box yet. I thought it would come today, hopefully tomorrow. I'm waiting till that comes to dive into everything. Okay. Personally, I don't know. I know that I could go on now and look at a lot of it, and I haven't yet. Just want to get the materials in hand first.
And I think too, there's I think that we'll all glean from knowing, being in Autumn's groups also, I don't know if you guys realize this, but she's going to be teaching business tips as well. A lot of it is going to be business, which I think is really bad.
Yeah, so, this is another thing that will be really valuable.
Is it more like it's a mixture of did she create this after 2B? So now she's doing videos. I just wasn't sure how different it was. I didn't read enough about it. And then I've been seeing everybody post about it. So I'm going to get certified just because I should. But I'm not quite sure how, what's the difference?
I think she's really going to go into the macronutrient breakdown of the containers versus just eat green, just eat red, just eat blue. Well, why? What are the percentages and why do they work in your body? And why does it work for some people and not for other people? And what time should you eat these foods? And why the breakdown is in your body. She goes through more of the science behind it.
Okay, so it's not like adding more containers or you're changing plan A. It's just thinking about it more scientifically.
Yes, and I think because so many people got so hung up on so many of the different containers, well, what about a chili? Why is this so hard? They just couldn't wrap their head around. So she's in these 30 videos. You're getting a breakdown of how it's all created to give people a further understanding. Because let's be real, if you really do figure out the containers and you really do put them to use in the correct form, I know I ate Time Nutrition, and I think that's a big chunk of what we're going to learn as well is the Time Nutrition piece. When I did 80 Obsession, I probably did it to 90-10 for the full 80 days, and I got in the best shape of my life. There was no, that was it. And so I feel like people look for loop-de-holes in the containers, just like they do anything. They overfill them, or they forget, or they, oh, well, this isn't there, or, so I think she's just going to help us see how to stop doing that.
Okay.
I think there's also a ton of new recipes that she's sharing. And the other thing that I'm really excited about is the PDF with the 75 kid recipes. So that's another thing that I'm trying to use, and every time I post about it is coming at it from the angle of kids, because my kids don't eat as nutritious as they should, and it's almost embarrassing being a big petty coach and then seeing what my kids actually eating. So I think that that's huge.
Yeah.
For people. So, definitely use that to your advantage. I think somebody also asked how to best market that. Is that what you asked, Tara, or somebody? How to best talk about Ultimate Portion Fix? I think maybe that was a question. I'll just go over it real quick. My thought on it is to be talking about it just like when we launched Transform 20, every day in some way on your stories. And when you actually make a post about it, really think about what parts of Ultimate Portion Fix can I pull from that's going to speak to my audience. So like for me, that's why I'm choosing to focus on those kid recipes. And, because a lot of people in their minds are going to, if they know about the containers, they're going to say, what, just like you just said, how is this any different? Why do I need to get that? I have a lot of my customers asking me that. So you really have to know, and be able to speak to why it's different. So in your posts, that's what you need to be talking about, is why it's so different. Because, and the other thing that is setting it apart is the fact that she's refilming those workouts. And you guys, she's doing it because she wanted to add more value to what these people are getting. Mm-hmm. And yes, it's going to go to BOD, I think in October for everybody, but it's just like any launch. It's not going to be the same. I mean, look at our Transform 20 group right now, 2.0 versus the first one. It's that same way every time. So when something new is coming out and you talk about, you want to get in on this round because you're just going to get better results. It's true. It's something in us as humans that having that hype around being the first people to get to do something, it makes a difference. The hype is different. The energy is different. So that is what I'm trying to pinpoint when I'm talking about it, whether I'm talking about it in stories or talking about it on posts, is hitting it hard with the kids stuff. What's different, pulling people's 21-day fix photos from the original, their original round of doing it, or whether it's people on our team, yourself, going to the back office and finding, or just searching 21-day fix results under hashtags, you can find so many stories about it. And then just say maybe you have, or maybe you have not heard of this program that came out 5 years ago that changed hundreds of thousands of lives. Well, it's been made better. And here's how, and here's why. And you're going to want to get in on it, or whatever. So
you look at people who loved people who are really into the, what's it called? The cast people, the cast members. There's so many fun people, what's his name is back? The guy
Cupcake.
From Session, Cupcake's back from Country Heat. Kat, remember Kat, the modifier in 21-day fix? She's going to be in it. So it's fun. That is the kind of stuff that we need to play into to our old customers. I mean, when I started, that was the only thing we did. We did 21-day fix groups for years. I'm talking years. And I remember Hammer and Chisel getting launched and none of us, or size. I remember trying to make a group and it was just, this isn't going to go anywhere because we weren't, So I wish I could go back and invite all those people 4 years ago.
Yeah. I feel like this launch, for me, I always feel this way. I feel a little bit behind, but we're really not, because it's not even out to customers yet. But here's the thing, you guys, you might feel like it's not as big of a launch because it's not something brand new, but because of the name that 21-day fix has already made for itself, think of it as being bigger than anything we've ever launched before. We just launched something from Shaun T, and that was huge and that was a big deal. But just like Kim was saying, 21-day fix literally has been the program that most Beachbody coaches and customers have used more than any other program across the board, several rounds. There isn't any other program that we have that people have done round after round after round after round and lost tons of weight. So it's a big deal. So don't let this one slide feeling well, it's not new, so I'm just gonna get people on board. In fact, today, so on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have a little bit extra time to work, and I spent my hour and a half today going through my back office. So I want to encourage all of you to go look in your breaking news, and there's a new subscription. I forget what it's called.
This is really beneficial if you're a coach that has people, FYI.
Yes, but everybody on this call has some people that they can go back and look up.
Yeah.
Just go and look up your subscription history and invite those people. I know Tara and Afton, specifically, you guys would probably have quite a few people in there from the past few years that you can re-invite.
So you go to the breaking news and then do what?
There's a link to a new report, subscription history report. And so you can go and see basically all of your customers, but it's just a lot more organized now.
It's really cool. You like drag and drop. It's super user friendly.
And there's a
People who have
6-minute
bought
video.
before, but are not current customers anymore. Is that what you mean?
You can do that, or you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll show you everybody, but it's just a lot easier to sort through.
Okay.
Anyhow. Okay. Next. Any more questions about Portion Fix?
There was a question on when are we starting, which I thought was a good question.
Yes.
So people can purchase it next Monday if you're not signing up as a coach, correct? Yes.
Right. Yes.
Were we starting prep week
On the 25th.
25th?
So the workouts, obviously, that we're going to be doing will be the live 21-day fix, and that will start on April 1st. That's the day that they're going to launch to BOD. And then I do think, and I need to double check, but I do think 21-day fix is 4 weeks later and not, or extreme is 4 weeks later and not 3 weeks later. Did I read that right?
No, I think it's 3 because it kept saying people are advertising it as like a 6-week program.
Okay. I must have read that wrong.
But I mean, I could be wrong too. Let's be real. But
So we are running this as a 6-week program. So we will have everybody start on April 1st, do 21-day fix, and go right into 21-day fix extreme with the new live workouts. And so like we talked about, if you have people, I know another question on there, I was trying to look it up, was Maggie talking about price objections. So this I feel like is a little bit, this is another thing Kim and I have been trying to figure out the best wording for this, because I know it's happened to me where we've been using the price point of $160 for a long time, where you can get BOD and you can get Shakeology for $160, right? And then Transform 20 came out and that price point went up a little bit because of the step and the VIP access and blah, blah, blah. So now we're talking about this ultimate portion fix. And I feel like anytime you say something's over $200, I feel like it is making it a little bit more challenging. So Maggie asked, you know, aside from really showing the value, I don't know how she said it, but showing the value of what they're getting, and you're still getting that kickback, then what? You do have, if you've told somebody, like, you know, this is what is it, 210, 200. What I've been saying is you get all of this, and I list it all out, minus the tote, and I say it's 200, and I say you could also add on this tote, and it makes the total 245. And what that package is BOD, Portion Fix. They get the cookbook, they get the kid recipes, they get Shakeology, they get a shaker cup, right? Like, in my opinion, the basic, not the basic package, but the one that makes the most sense to me for a new customer, because they're getting everything they need, right? But let's say then they're like, oh, that's just too much. Well, we do have the regular Beachbody On Demand, where they would get the regular 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme with Shakeology for $160, so the price point's lower. So I think we should maybe even brainstorm this as a team. You know, how do you say that? Because I feel like I've said it a couple different ways to a couple different people. And I did have one person say, yeah, you know what? I just don't really have the money for any of this right now, but I could find 160, and she signed up for that package. So she's not going to get the live workouts, and she's not going to get containers anymore either. So how do you word that to not sound like, oh, I was trying to sell you this. Oh, but don't worry, you can still get all this. You know, I always take the route of just being me. And honestly, I voice memo it. And I just said, like, look, I wasn't trying to upsell you. What I just explained to you is brand new. It's on sale right now. It's a lot more than what you'll get here, but what you'll get here is still a really awesome value. And I tell them what it is. You're still going to get all of the other workouts. You know, there's over 1,000 workouts for a whole year, plus the shakes. And I kind of reiterate what they're not going to get. But if that price point is better for you and that will allow you to jump in and get going, then I just wanted to let you know that that's an option. That's how I've said it. And like I said, it worked one time. And the price point, you guys, it's just that some people are just never going to budge on the price, you know, whether they actually have the money or not. So I do think that talking about talking on your social media to get over those price objections is important, you know, not every single day, but filtering that into your social media, I think, is a big deal. What do you guys think? Are you getting a lot of pushback on the price?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lately.
Yeah, the wording of when I'm talking to people on Instagram that I don't know is when I usually feel like I have the hardest time, because again, if I know them, then I can talk in whatever kind of way via text or whatever. So I've been memoing them on IG, like voice message sending them, and I tend to get a lot more feedback from them when I do that. But it's hard because I was trying to, like, I would send them an image of like everything they were getting with the price, and then when we did transform, everything they were getting with the price, so they could kind of see it break down, and then I would memo them. But it just gets hard because I feel like I'm like, we have this and we have this or we have that. Like, there's got to be a simpler way to explain it. But I tend to over explain and then I'm confused myself.
I'm kind of more going at it from, look, if you really want to do Porch and Picks, is not for someone who's just kind of sort of going to do it. And I feel like you pretty much know right away, because they're either asking a ton of questions or they're just kind of like, oh, your program like seems cool. What do you do? You know, like, oh, that sounds fun. Can I do that? You know, I'm going down the land of like, oh, we can learn about macronutrients. They're just gone. So like, you play your customer, right? Like, so rather than going from a standpoint of, you know, here's this big program, like I won't even mention to somebody who's not really into it, because they're not going to, it's a waste of their money. It's going to be a waste of their money, versus the people that come to me and they're like, look, I have been yo-yoing forever and I am tired and I need this. Like, I need this. I want to break my sugar addiction. I don't want to do it anymore. What do I have to do? All those people sign up as coaches. Like, I've signed 10 coaches this month because they're all people who want they want it all. They want everything. So by trying to help them that way, I feel like going at it from a standpoint like, look, you might as well sign up because you're going to want to learn from Autumn. Like, don't we all want to like learn from the creator herself? And by joining as a coach, you get to jump in this group with her. She's going to walk us through her training. Plus, of course, you're going to get in on our training. And now, you know, you get all the new workouts that are all going to come out starting April 1st. You're kind of set up for life. And and I always go back to like To Be Mindset or even Beachbody on Demand. Like, I think it's so rad that a program I bought 4 years ago, now when I go to it, I can do like, there's like 10 or 15 different videos that have now been added to that library. Like, that's kind of rad. That you can't beat that, you know? So I just always come from a place of like, this is really cool and you want this. And I feel like that tends to help people. Like, if you set the tone of the excitement and the like, you've got to do this, I feel like people will either fall off, and you can be like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I actually just had a girl that was like all in, and then she's like, well, I don't want to buy anything. And I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. She's like, well, I bought Shakeology recently. And I was like, yeah, it was like 6 months ago, but it's fine if you want to call that recent. You know, and I was just like, you know, we are running a group. Why don't you just jump in? Because all they're going to do is they're going to see all the portion control stuff. They're going to see all these people getting all these awesome results. And then who knows, they may end up being, you know, buying it as well.
Yeah, I think it's a great tool to put people in the info group. If you're in a conversation and they're, you know, giving you objections and stuff, ask them if they want to kind of be a fly on the wall and see more of what it's about.
We are going to put the breakdown of the things in the info group tomorrow, FYI. So you can now reference that in the info group. We've been reluctant because I'm always like, do we put prices? I always hate putting prices in there, but it makes it easy. People see what it's all about.
Yeah, I think there's those people who just want to like have all the facts. Like, you put me in this group, and that's how I would be. Like, if I, you know, somebody invited me to something,
searching for the prices.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to then have to reach out and be like, okay, what? What's this going to cost me? You know, that's another thing, you guys are talking about. How do you even object things in your social media? Talk about how you felt. I don't know about you, but I hated the price. And I talk about that on my social media. I talk about how I put it on a credit card, and I think that's the only way to then be like, but look, I mean, it worked. So.
Hi.
Or tonight I used somebody else's story to talk about her objections with things. Use objections all the time in many different ways publicly, you guys, because it's going to speak to that person who's sitting behind their phone, not wanting to spend the money, but really wanting to get in shape. So you're going to be like, dude, I should just do it, you know?
Yeah, baby.
What other questions, girls?
Okay, we'll have dessert. There's a cookie. There's cookies.
You're looking at
So when we get the package and everything, we'll get the videos and the certification and the training online and everything. It'll tell me how to do all that online.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
We had someone, what seems to get the most interaction on your social media? I'm wanting to switch things up and I want everyone's opinion. I feel like less is more and very convicting less. Like very raw less. Does that make sense?
No, say it again.
I feel like less is more, and the less has to be very raw.
So less fluff, more raw, but small. But less of it all.
So less, like I really think that it's so, the less you do, but the more impact you can make, the better. So like, can you pack a punch with one post versus here's 5 posts in one day that are just kind of the same thing in different ways? Can you really pack something powerful in one punch that makes an impact? Or either that, or like figuring out if your audience really likes to see food or recipes, or like just, I think what works for you is what's going to work for you. So like everybody's so different, but I think if you can, like, all of a sudden you get hit at, like you post a really dynamic food photo and everybody eats it up, then that's your thing, you know, like then you need to do that over and over and over again, and like let that be your thing. That I think that what's going to get the most interaction is you being you and bringing whatever it is to the table that you have to offer.
Yeah, I think it'll be different for every person because, like you said, you have like a different following. People follow you for different reasons. And in the end, you want people to interact with you, whether it's about something fitness related or about your new rug that you just bought at World Market.
Totally. Andy and I always laugh because we both will use the same like white lettered thing in our, like on our pages, and she'll get like 100+ shares and I'll get like 2 likes. And I'm like, okay, this audience doesn't want to see this. They don't care. They literally could care less if I ever post anything funny. But that's, you know, it's just interesting what works for some and what works for others, you know?
Yeah.
And now that we're on this subject, that's funny because I have, since I watched the live on Monday morning, I have just started going live, like really just being raw myself in my kitchen. And that's just who I am. And since I've been doing that, I'm just me. And they said something on that live about being an entrepreneur and selling Girl Scout cookies. And that was so me in the day. And I'm like, who am I? What am I doing? I used to be the queen of brownies, the queen of Girl Scout cookies. I'm like, I can do this. What am I doing? What am I so afraid of? What am I scared of? You know, what am I hiding behind? Why am I so afraid to go live? What am I so afraid of? So I've just been being myself and just raw and real, and in my kitchen making egg salad and just being a nut. So, and matter of fact, I just got a message on my phone from one of my customers, and she's like, I decided to go with 21 Day Fix. And she just posted a picture of herself, and she's like, I am so wore out. And she just sent me a sweaty selfie of herself. And I'm so excited for her because, like, she's the one that bought the TV. And because she's like, I need recipes and I need all of the things. And I just sit back, I've got something new coming for you. And I'm so excited for this, and we're just sitting here talking about it. And I'm like, my heart's just bursting because the Monday, morning live that they do on Facebook, I've been watching them, and what she had to say just like lit a fire under me because I'm like, that is me. Why am I not doing this? It's like, why haven't I, it just like fireworks went off.
I think, Paula, what you just nailed it, is that so often in this business, we see so many people doing things one way that we think we have to do it that way. And so we try to like fit ourselves in a box, or we try to be like Ashley. None of us trying to be like Ashley, but whatever you're trying to be like. And at the end of the day, like, be you and do what you know how to do best and help people the way you know how to help people. And that's where you're going to find success. But yeah, agreed. Sell those brownies, not the brownies. The brownie.
What? I'll have a brownie. Who's a brownie?
Yeah, those Girl Scout cookies. The other question, Paula, you had was the link tree. Did you figure it out? No.
When I went in, it's like I already have a Google email. So it was like telling me that I can't. It's like telling me that I can't have a Google account already.
Linktree? It should just be asking you to link your Instagram.
I just got. I've been gone all day. It's crazy. I've had a crazy day.
Okay. I can go live tomorrow and show people exactly how to set up Linktree. Because it's a good thing to know anyway. So I'll just go live in the team page, share my stuff, and I'll show you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is totally a side note. Does anybody know when the fruit punch is coming back in stock?
Is it out of stock?
Yeah, I tried to get my regular Energized to switch before it ships to fruit punch, and it's completely out of stock.
Oh, dang.
Dang, man.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't like fruit punch.
I don't like fruit punch either, but I don't feel like it tastes like fruit punch.
No.
Oh, well, that's good.
It's like fruit punch, but not as sweet, which I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
And if you mix them, they're real good.
Yeah, I just want to be like everyone else. I just want the stupid.
You just want to make
checking.
the mix.
Yeah.
So there was no other questions in the team page except for the price reduction, which we kind of covered, but there was no other real questions.
Is anybody going to the Success Club trip with me? Yeah. I know you're not.
Holly is.
Oh yeah, I know she is.
Holly is, and she's going with one of Shayna's coaches.
Oh,
Is
really?
she going?
No. Did you know that, Andy?
Yeah, because they
She posted it in like Hard Hitters or whatever.
that she's not going.
No, that Holly was looking for someone to go with her, and so
Oh.
she posted it in the Hard Hitters.
Oh yeah, my brand new coach Nikki was gonna go with her. I was like, what? But then she couldn't because whatever.
I mean, if I could just hop on a cruise, I would go.
Yeah.
But I had a ticket. I paid $300, but I don't get to go.
Ugh.
Real sad.
Why are you? Because you can't bring him. Is that why? Because baby's.
You can't bring a baby on a cruise ship, and my mother said, "Oh, that sucks," and basically insinuated like, "Yeah, I'm not helping." So, oh, okay. Oh, all right. I mean, he's only 4 months old. He would have only been 4 months old. I did leave Hudson. So, you know, whatever.
Fine. I do have a question. Okay. So if I purchase my summit ticket between the dates of what, the 18th and the 24th or whenever,
Yeah.
for 165, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to get a plane ticket there.
Mm-hmm.
And then room and board. How many days is it? I haven't even really looked at all the details.
Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. So typically we fly in sometime Thursday. Things will start Thursday night. So as long as you're there by, I would try to get there by Thursday afternoon so you're not rushing around.
I always come in on Wednesday.
What's that?
I've always come in on Wednesday.
I only went in on Wednesday that one day. It is nice. Sorry, let me mute myself. It is nice getting there a day early. I will be right back. So if you want to take this one, Kim.
Sure. So yeah, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You go home Sunday.
I think it's cheaper from San Diego to fly out Wednesday, which I think I was gonna do.
I think I'm gonna get certified in 220, and therefore I need to come in on Tuesday. So anyway, but yeah, and then we share rooms. So we already have rooms booked. We have a lot booked. So we have more rooms booked than we have people. So we can, if you like are somebody who's like, I don't mind being in a room with 4 people, but you're someone like, oh, I'd really like to only be with one other person, then we can figure that out. And we have fun. We like dress up and we go out and there's like themed parties and we work out together.
I'm just wondering about like average cost. Do they provide meals? Is there a paid meal there, or like what?
They do supply meals during the 2 sessions, but I wouldn't really. They're really terrible.
I think you might be confusing it with leadership. The meals, you can buy box lunches when you buy your ticket. They're not that great. And there's places for lunch on Friday and Saturday. There's tons of food right there. Breakfast, I would bring a small blender and make your shake in your room, or there's Shakeology bars, so you can buy a Shakeology. And then we typically go out to dinner as a team every night.
Yep.
Which we should plan now and not when we're there.
Like
Let's not make the same mistake I make every year. What's that?
Like make a reservation right now.
Tonight.
And get our shirts done.
And what?
Get our shirts done.
Sure. And team photo spot.
Right now.
So yeah, I'm wondering like what kind of dress code, like.
We go over all of that. We'll tell you kind of. It's really only there's like 2 fancy. Or no, I guess there's only 1. Is there 2 or 1? I think you dress up once or twice. I don't remember. But anyway, we'll go over all that. Yeah. I brought a lot of my own food, like snacks, beach bars, and then stopped at Starbucks and got like a sandwich. Called it a day, you know?
Well, I like to bring a lot of my own food because I'm a health nut.
Yeah.
So because I just eat a lot of organic. I'm a health freak. So.
No, yeah, you can just bring your own stuff.
Okay.
All right. Well, want to take a picture? Call it a day? I gotta put this baby to bed. Yeah?
Sure.
Hold on. Well, Andy's changing a poopy bum. Say cheese. Bingo bango. All right, cool. Well, if any other questions if you're watching this recording and anything comes up, be sure to just type under the recording and ask away and we'll answer.
And if you guys think of a topic that would be helpful to have on a team call, just let us know.
Yeah. Or if there's any coaches that you follow that are in Hard Hitters that you would like to hear from because you think they're really great, let us know. We can always ask them.
I do have one more question. on the call Monday, they said that they were gonna, Amy, I guess is her name. They were gonna post all of her stuff on that one page.
On the champions page or on the team?
Yes, the champions page. What do I go to get to that?
Beachbody Champions, and just request to join. And that group is a wealth of resources and knowledge. It's so good.
They have a live training every day from some top coach. It's awesome. I don't utilize that page enough. They have an entire units training for new coaches. I mean, it's like awesome. There's so much stuff in there. All right. Well.
Well, thanks again, ladies.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for hanging.
Thank you.
Hi, bye, Becky.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.